My child's just being a child. There's nothing to worry about. They'll grow out of it. Have you ever thought that, or has someone alluded to a similar sentiment? Is it just stubbornness or sensory overload? Is it defiance, or is their brain wired differently? If you've had that moment, and most parents of neurodiverse children have, you're not alone. Today, I want to help you to start untangling that question in a way that's supportive, non-judgmental, and actually useful. Parents I've spoken to are walking this line every day. They're told, oh, that's normal, children do that. Or the total opposite, that's not normal. They must need therapy, medication, support plans, the works. And that just adds to confusion, pressure, and guilt. What's really going on here is this. Neurodiverse children with ADHD, autism, sensory processing differences, anxiety and more often experience the world in a different way. So their behaviour reflects that difference. But that doesn't mean always that something is wrong. It means that their needs and the way we respond might need to look a little different too. So let me give you some examples. You might recognise these in your own child. So they melt down after school, for example, even if during the day they seem fine. They hate wearing socks or shoes, or the labels in their clothes irritate them, or they just refuse to wear them altogether. They may line up toys, in a line instead of playing typically. My son, I noticed that he tiptoed from a very early age. Or your child may ask the same questions over and over again. They don't cope well with last minute changes, or they seem overly emotional or rigid. Or they're so into one topic, it's like the rest of the world disappears. Do any of these sound familiar to you? Now, some people will say, oh, all children do that. And sure, some do. But when it's happening frequently, when it causes stress for you and for your child, when it's impacting daily life, that's when it's probably worth looking deeper into. You don't need to diagnose your child yourself, but you can start by asking, is this behaviour consistent and persistent? Does it show up in different places? Home, school, social situations? Is it causing distress to you and also to them? Now, I've tried the usual parenting tools and they just didn't work. If you're nodding along to some of these examples, it's not that you're doing anything wrong. You might just need a different lens, a different strategy to support your child. If this is striking a chord and you're thinking, yeah, this sounds like us, but I still don't know what to do with it, you don't have to figure it out on your own. Book a free call with me, links in the description, and we'll talk through what's happening in your family. There's no pressure, there's no hard sell, just an honest chat to see if I can help. So what can you do right now? Let's talk about what you can do, whether you have a diagnosis or not. Currently, where I'm residing in the UK, in the south, the waiting lists are in excess of 3 years. Every child that's had an accepted referral has to wait in line regardless of any priorities or any emergencies. Whenever they are accepted, you have that approximate 3-year wait. I've been there. It's frustrating, it's upsetting, you don't know what to do. Now, here are a few simple things that may help your neurodiverse child. Let's start with predictability. Let them know exactly what's coming next. You could use visual schedules, timers, countdown, anything like that that can help reduce anxiety. Sensory awareness. Notice what seems to overwhelm them. Is it light? Is it sound? Textures? And adjust their environment when you can. I know for my son, it's noise. And I have ear defenders, but he refuses to wear them, so I just have to adjust our environment accordingly and choose what events we go to. Simple things like leaving the house in the morning and walking around the corner to the car to take him to school. That overwhelms him. He doesn't want to walk. I have to physically pick him up. He'll cover his ears. Yes, it doesn't help that we live on a busy road, but even doing that sort of 30-second walk is distressing for him. So I have to prepare for that where I can. Clear and calm communication. Break things down. Use visuals. Give them time to process. Not everything has to be a major expense. You could print some things off at home, some pictures. You could laminate them and just get some sticky tape and just tape them up somewhere so your child can follow along. Connection over correction. So, for example, if your child is dysregulated, they may not be able to learn. Meet them where they are first and celebrate their strengths, whether it's dinosaurs, drawing, or data. They need to feel seen for who they are, not just corrected for what they're not. And these are the kinds of strategies I can help you personalize in my program, because the one size fits all doesn't work here. Your child is not a problem to fix. They're a human to understand. I really want you to hear this, especially if you've been, second guessing yourself. Your child isn't broken and you're not failing. You're both doing your best in a world that doesn't accommodate different. Sometimes the behaviour that you're seeing is your child being a child. Sometimes it's a child trying to cope with the world that feels loud and fast and unpredictable, or even overwhelming. Either way, you don't have to go it alone. Now, if this brought up questions or it made you realise that you've been trying to fix something that just needs a bit of understanding, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below. What behaviours are you unsure about? What has helped? And if you're ready for support that actually fits your child, that's not just generic advice, book a call with me using the link in the description. We'll talk, I'll listen, and we'll figure out together if I'm the right fit to support your family.